Most people moving to Northern Virginia start with the same question: where should we live? And the honest answer is, it depends. Because the best place to live here really comes down to your lifestyle, how you want your day-to-day life to feel. After helping buyers in Northern Virginia for more than 20 years, I've noticed something pretty consistent. People are happiest when their neighborhood matches how they actually live. Not just what looks good on paper, or what someone told them was the best area. And I've also seen the opposite, where someone buys the right house in the right area, but it just doesn't fit their life. So in this video, I'm going to walk through 7 of the best places to live in Northern Virginia, but more importantly, who each one is actually right for. My name is Brian Block. I'm a real estate broker with RE/MAX Allegiance based in Alexandria, Virginia. I've been helping buyers and sellers in Northern Virginia and Washington, D.C. for over 2 decades, and I currently serve as the managing broker of our Alexandria office. Before getting into real estate, I practiced law for several years. That experience shaped how I approach this business. I tend to look at things a little more analytically, thinking about trade-offs, long-term outcomes, and how decisions play out over time, and use my legal experience with contracts and negotiation to assist my real estate clients. A lot of the people I work with are relocating here from out of state: California, Texas, Florida, New York, and other places. And I've found that the biggest challenge isn't just finding a home, it's figuring out where you actually belong. So let's start with one of the most well-known areas, and usually the first place that people look in Northern Virginia. Arlington is where a lot of relocation buyers begin their search. If you're looking for a more urban, walkable lifestyle, especially if being close to Washington, D.C. is important, Arlington checks a lot of boxes. Areas like Clarendon, Ballston, and Roslyn have a lot of energy. Restaurants, coffee shops, gyms, metro access, everything is right there. And one pattern that I've seen over the years is that people who really value efficiency, being able to walk to things, shorten their commute, and stay connected, tend to do very well in Arlington. I've even worked with buyers who intentionally chose Arlington just so that they could eliminate their car entirely. From a housing perspective, you're mostly looking at condos and townhomes, with some single-family homes depending on the neighborhood. The trade-off is usually space and price. You're paying for location and convenience. But for the right person, that trade-off makes complete sense, and they tend to be very happy with that decision long-term to be in Arlington. Old Town Alexandria is completely different, and honestly one of the most unique areas in the entire DC region. If you like history, walkability, and just being in an environment that feels interesting, Old Town has a lot to offer. King Street has restaurants, shops, galleries, and then you have the Waterfront, which adds a whole different dimension. My wife Deborah and I spend a lot of time in Old Town Alexandria, and it's one of those places where you don't really need a plan. You can just walk, explore, grab brunch or dinner, and it always feels like a good use of your time. From a housing standpoint, you'll find historic row homes, condos, and townhomes, often with a lot of character. The trade-off is that you may be dealing with older homes, and pricing can be strong relative to the size. But what I've seen over the years is that people who choose Old Town aren't just buying a house, they're buying into a lifestyle. And if that lifestyle resonates with them, they tend to love it. McLean is a very different conversation. This is where buyers tend to go when they're prioritizing space, privacy, and top-tier schools. You'll see larger homes, bigger lots, and a quiet overall environment. It's also very convenient to Tyson's, which has become a major business and employment center. A lot of executive-level buyers and families gravitate towards McLean. One thing I've noticed over time is that buyers coming from more traditional suburban environments, especially from other parts of the country, often feel more comfortable here in McLean right away. It aligns more closely with what they're used to. The trade-off, of course, is the price. McLean, along with Great Falls, is one of the more expensive areas in Northern Virginia. But for buyers prioritizing space and schools, this might be exactly what they are looking for. Vienna is one of the most consistently popular areas that I see, especially for families. It has a more traditional suburban feel, but still with a strong sense of community. There's a small town center, good parks, strong schools, and depending on location, access to the metro. Housing is primarily single-family homes with some townhomes mixed in. What I've noticed over the years is that Vienna tends to attract buyers who are looking for balance. They don't want the intensity of Arlington, but they also don't want to feel disconnected. And Vienna tends to hit that middle ground very well. It's one of those places where people move and then stay for a long time. One thing I see fairly often with relocation buyers is focusing heavily on the house itself, price, size, finishes, and not enough on what their day-to-day life is going to feel like. And in my experience, that's usually where people either get it very right or wish they had made a different decision. Falls Church is an interesting middle ground. It's very centrally located, close to Arlington, close to Tyson's, and still within reach of DC. The city of Falls Church, in particular, has strong schools and a tight-knit community feel. Housing varies quite a bit. You'll find older homes, newer construction, and everything in between. It's not always the first place that people think of, but for buyers who want that central location without being fully urban, it can be a really strong option. I've had a number of clients end up in Falls Church after initially looking elsewhere, and they've been very happy with that outcome. Reston is a bit different from everything else that we've discussed already. It was designed as a planned community, and you can feel that when you're there. There's a mix of housing, walking paths, parks, golf courses, and Reston Town Center, which gives you a walkable hub with restaurants and shops. It's also a major hub for tech jobs. What I've seen is that Reston appeals to people who want variety. You can have walkability, access to nature, and proximity to work, all in one place. It's not as purely urban as Arlington, and not as traditional suburban as Vienna. It's something in between. Burke and Springfield are often where buyers look when they're trying to maximize value. You generally get more space for your dollar compared to places like Arlington or McLean. These areas are more suburban, quieter, and very livable. They're popular with families and buyers who want room to grow. The trade-off is usually the commute time and less walkability. But I've worked with a lot of buyers over the years who made that trade and were very happy with it once they settled in. It really comes back to your priority. The most important thing to understand is that there isn't one best place to live in Northern Virginia. There's just the place that fits you best. After doing this for more than 20 years, I've found that people are happiest when their neighborhood aligns with how they actually live day to day. Not just what looks good in a listing or on paper. If you're thinking about moving to Northern Virginia and trying to sort through these different options, I'm always happy to talk through that with people. A lot of the buyers I work with are in that early stage, just trying to figure things out, and those conversations can be really helpful. My contact information is in the description below, and if this was helpful, I have other videos where I go deeper into specific neighborhoods throughout Northern Virginia.